huge game at the weekend as Arsenal kick off a potentially season-defining month against Chelsea at the Emirates. It's live on Sky Sports. Arsenal currently 5 points here at the top of the table, still in all 4 competitions, and Declan Rice admits he needs to win a big trophy if he's to have any chance of winning the Ballon d'Or. Rice was named in the 30-player long list for the award last season. He's been a key player for Mikel Arteta's side, and Arsenal's form this season has led to him being touted to win the prize this year. We want you to get involved in those conversations, but we can have a look at the quote that Rice said. He said, "You want to be involved in these conversations. You see the recent Ballon d'Or winners and what they've done during the season. Hopefully we can be successful and I can be in those conversations. That would be amazing." So Rice there acknowledging that they do need to win the major trophies for him to be in that. OK, well, get involved in that and let us know. But, Rob, if Arsenal do win the title or the Champions League, one of those big ones, does he deserve to win the Ballon d'Or?
I don't know about deserve to win the Ballon d'Or. But if you say, is Declan Rice a contender for the Ballon d'Or if he wins those trophies? I mean, you have to... you don't have to win the trophies. You have to show that you're a great player. For me, that's the number one. The Ballon d'Or was created in France years and years ago, and it was about who's the best player, not who won the trophies, not who won the Champions League, not who won their own league, and then who's in favour that year. And we go back, and the Ballon d'Or wasn't even allowed out of Europe for a winner out of Europe. So the Ballon d'Or now, for me, we should get back to the Ballon d'Or being about the best player. Is Declan Rice a great player? Absolutely. Do I see him in that top 3 in the world? No. I don't know about winning it.
Because when Dembele won it, it was probably because PSG was so successful, as opposed to he was the best player. Or do you think? But you're saying that it shouldn't matter, just doing an individual performance rather than lifting a trophy.
I think there should be an accountability for it. OK, did he play excellent? Did he make the biggest impact in his team? Did he make a biggest impact in the tournaments? Did he win the trophies as well? I think you have to go down the line for the trophies. And firstly, we have to judge it on the Ballon d'Or, which is the best player in that year. And for me, I even kind of look at last year, Dembele won it. Yes, of course, PSG, unbelievable. Dembele, great player. But I didn't think he was the best player last year to win it. So
who was? Who would you have had?
Out of all of Europe, I think the best player was Mo Salah. I mean, you just have to look at last year, look at the last season, and then compare. I think Vitinha in his own team was also amazing. And you look at Rafinha, Barcelona, Lamine Yamal, Mbappé even in that category. So there's now the instinct to just choose, if you win the Champions League, we'll pick one of those. It doesn't matter who. And I think we're forgetting the actual football with our eyes. Not the stats. We have to look at the game. Who's the best player? In the semi-finals, in the rounds, in the finals, for his club, week to week. Who's the best player? That's who we have to pick. Not who's got the best stats. Not who this team won it, so we'll just pick one of them. Doesn't matter who. And I felt like sometimes the Ballon d'Or in the last few years has been picked in that way, and we have to get back to the joy of football. Who's unbelievable? Who do we just love watching because they're so good? Who's by far the best players in the world? Let's start with that, not who's the Champions League winner this year or who's the World Cup winner, and we just pick one of them. Sometimes we're a little bit lazy with that.
Well, it would help Rice if he can score more goals. He says he wants to add more goals. He cited Frank Lampard and Yaya Toure. He's only ever once scored more than 5 in one season. He got 7 in 2024. The type of midfielder he is, does he need to add goals to his game? Is that important for that type of midfielder?
Yeah, I think, of course, when you are an instinctively defensive player, you don't really need to score the goals. Yes, you add impact and you add impact to your team and yeah, maybe some goals as well. For example, a centre-back. You don't expect them to win a Ballon d'Or with just goals. It adds to it and making an impact to your team or defensive midfielder. But I think we we've seen now in the last few years, especially the last 3 years, teams not really having an automatic Makelele type player that is an out-and-out, Patrick Vieira's, Roy Keane's, those that they are a defensive midfielder, and that's their number one job. Everything else is a bonus. I think we're now starting to see midfielders like Declan Rice, where they're a hybrid. They're not a defensive midfielder. They're not an artistic attacking midfielder. They're this hybrid midfielder that is a central midfielder that does a little bit of everything. And I think he's had an unbelievable year. I've got to say, we talk about Ballon d'Or one side, but he's had an unbelievable year. And he's in his ways, he's kind of changing this midfield position where automatically people put him in this bracket of defense midfielder. He's not that. And this other bracket of, is he, okay, if he's not defensive, is he an attacking midfielder? Well, he's not that as well. He's not an Odegaard, he's not an Eze, so he's not that either. He's this hybrid of just quality, reading the game. When his team is in danger and they're exposed and there's a transition counter-attack, he's the one who reads the game and almost with his pace and his tackling gets them out of a lot of trouble. It's why they're top of the league. He's a big impact on why Arsenal are top of the league and top of the Champions League.
And in terms of criticism of him, Paul Scholes says he's too emotional. What does he mean by that? And is it actually a bad thing, being too emotional? I mean, some of the most vocal captains were very emotional.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I've had dressing rooms where the captain is the first one to, for example, you come in half-time and you're struggling or your team's not doing well, and captains come in and they're the most emotional ones because they feel the responsibility the most, and the vocal ones are the ones that come in and say, no, forget the manager of 1 second. This needs to happen, this needs to happen, this needs to happen. So I don't think he's too emotional at all. I actually think he's quite composed with it. I think he throws his hands up and all those things, but there's a composure about Declan Rice. That's what I see. Underneath, I think he is very composed. I think that's why he plays so well.
Declan Rice has emerged as a genuine Ballon d'Or contender for 2026, with the Arsenal midfielder firmly in the conversation amid his outstanding form for club and country. As of late February 2026, bookmakers rank him among the top favourites, often 4th to 6th, behind leaders like Kylian Mbappé, Lamine Yamal, and Harry Kane, with odds around 6-1 to 10-1 in various markets. Power rankings from Goal, Give Me Sport, and others place him in the top 5 to 7, praising his elite midfield dominance, leadership, and contributions like goals, assists, and defensive masterclasses. Rice, 27, has been pivotal in Arsenal's title charge, anchoring the midfield with composure, vision, and increasing attacking threat. He's even voiced ambitions to score 10 to 15 goals per season. His performances, including standout displays in the Champions League, have sparked widespread debate. In recent interviews, Rice admitted the talk feels unreal and expressed delight at being involved, but stressed team success comes first. You want to be in those conversations, but recent winners have won major trophies. Hopefully we have a successful season and I can be involved. That would be amazing. Pundits note that for Rice to climb higher, or even win, he needs silverware, like the Premier League, Champions League, or a strong World Cup showing with England in 2026. Emmanuel Petit believes he could lead if Arsenal triumph, echoing Rodri's 2024 win as a non-forward. While attackers often dominate, Rice's all-around excellence and Arsenal's push make him a dark horse worth watching. The race is open. Rice's trajectory could see him on the podium if the Gunners deliver glory. Please like and subscribe.